Hi everybody, Johnny here from Nottingham Physio. I'm here with Holly and Maya. I'm having a bit of a senior moment. What we're doing is our shoulder health class. So for the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to go through our whole shoulder mobility, strength and conditioning session. So if you've got any issues around the shoulder, then I highly advise that you stick with us for the next 30 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start off with some mobility. So I'm going to get Holly and Maya to set themselves up. We're doing what's known as a sleeper stretch. So they're going to get themselves into side lying, and they've got some yoga blocks here, and they're going to get themselves nice and comfortable. And they're going to be working the shoulder that's lying on the ground, okay? Now what I want them to do is to be right over onto their side, just like that. I'm going to turn my timer on now so that we get going with this. And what we're doing is bringing the shoulder, sorry about this, I need to turn my thingy on, and my watch went nuts. Here we go, clocks, stopped, keeps me. So you can see here that Holly's lying on her side. She's brought her shoulder up into 90 degrees. She's now flexed the elbow to 90 degrees, and then she's going to go down as far as she can, pops her hand on the back there, keeps there like that, and now she'll feel a tightness around the back or the posterior aspect of the shoulder. If you don't, roll further into it, okay, roll further into it, and when you feel that stretch, we're going to hold that for 2 minutes, okay? Now, gives me an opportunity while the two ladies are here in this position to start talking about a lot of the issues around the shoulder, and some of the issues around the shoulder that we have a tight posterior capsule. And that causes an anterior translation of the humeral head. And that can lead to impingement type symptoms, or catching the bursa, or a kind of an impingement arc symptom. I'm really struggling with my words here today, okay? So I've got the time on for the girls. We're not going to hold 2 minutes today. We're going to hold a minute on each side for ease of purpose with regards to the video. So they've got another 20 seconds left on this side. Now, it should feel pretty uncomfortable, okay? And you're trying to hold this for up to 2 minutes. I would suggest you do this 3 times a week, especially this class 3 times a week. Okay, in 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, they change sides. Now you can see that they've got the yoga blocks underneath their heads because I want the neck to be in neutral alignment. Now they go into the fetal position, so I'll get Holly to bring her feet up a little bit further like that. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera there, but it's a good angle to be here from, and I'll get Maya to come back up into that fetal position there. Again, some of the cheats are that they've opened up the shoulder too far, so you want to make sure you're right over there. Another cheat is that the shoulder is not up flexed to 90 degrees, so we want that up to 90 degrees, or that the elbow doesn't have a right angle as well. So in you go to your stretch. Okay, good. And again, if you're struggling to feel it, you can then push a little bit further into that. You can drive that over towards there as well. So we're holding that for a minute. I'm just going to check my camera is definitely recording while you're watching the girls there. So I'm just behind the camera now, and I'm pretty sure that this is recording, he says. Well, we'll know at the end of this class if it's not or not. So this is our first exercise that we're starting off with. Now, like I say, when you're doing this at home, we're working towards 2 minutes. And it's a great way to stretch out that posterior capsule. So we've got 10 more seconds here on this side. After that, we're going to go into our second mobility exercise. And now for our second mobility exercise, you're going to need maybe a broomstick or some type of dowel or some type of stick. We've got a couple of sticks here. And, okay, well done, ladies. Right. So the girls are going to get 2 sticks here. So I'm going to use Maya's one first because I'm not sure if Maya's seen me do this one yet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on external rotation. So in the sleeper stretch, we were working on internal rotation, and now I want to work on external rotation. So I've got my stick or my dowel or my broomstick, and I'm going to put it across my arm like that. So you can see I'm just resting it there. Then I'm going to grab it. Hopefully you can see me there. So I've rested across there, I've grabbed it like that, okay, and then I'm going to bring it back and out into this position here, okay, and from here I'm going to grab it with my other arm, and now you can see that I'm in this external rotation, okay. So Maya and Holly, so they're going to stand up and have a go at this. So, right, yeah, and then, so you're nearly there. Yeah, good. Bring it back like that, and you catch like that. Perfect. Let's have a look. Open up to here. So you really want to be opening up the chest as much as you possibly can as well. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an MET technique here, okay? So Maya's going to push hard this way, but she's going to pull her elbow back like that. And then we're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. So hold for 10, 9, so they're pushing as hard as they can. 8, so they're trying to throw it out with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, okay? And then they relax it off a little bit, so they come into internal rotation, and then they go back for a second one. So all the way back, really kind of get it back, and then really try and push against that. So one is bringing you this way, and you're trying to come this way, so you're working against each other for 10 seconds. I'm not sure you've got your hand right there. Let's have a look what you're, so pop it over, so like this. There you go. There you go, that's better. Now, it's a tough one to kind of, and this bar is heavy as well. 3, 2, 1, relax it off. And then go again, and each time you want to get a little bit further back into this external rotation. Okay, so you're getting back as far as you can, and then you're pushing as hard as you can, so you push against it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4 of those done. We're going to do 2 more on this side. So we're going to push hard, get right back into the external rotation. 10, 9, 8, 7, push, 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 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to do our last one on this side. Okay, really get back into that external rotation as much as you can, and over time you're going to improve with this. And now you want to drive forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to change sides. So again, yeah, you can feel that, can't you? So again, so on the opposite side now you're going to, can I just show again for the video? So I'm going to do the opposite side. The easiest way for me to do it is just to rest it over the top of my elbow here, grab in between my thumb and my index here, bring it back to here, try and open out my chest as much as I can. I just kind of drop it here, and now I've caught it. And if I go into a stride stance position, and now I'm really pushing, so I'm trying to bring it this way, but my bottom hand is holding, and I'm going to hold that for 10 seconds. Okay. Right, how are we doing this time? Good, excellent. And then hand goes underneath, like underneath there. So, no, underneath here. Show me. I don't know why you're confused. Now you got it. Right, now, okay, stride stance position. Okay, and again, they're going to really push hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They can relax it off. And then we're going to try and get into a little bit more external rotation for the second one. Okay, and then you're going to push hard. So just a muscle energy technique or a PNF technique. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease it off. Come back in. Try and get an extra bit of rotation going on here. I normally work well when I'm doing the exercise myself, so I feel like I'm doing nothing here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 3 done. We're going to do 3 more, so let it off, and then back into more external rotation, and really drive forward, Maya. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 4 done. 2 more to do. Big push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9 done. Good. And then last one, really get right back into that. So you can, that's the face. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. So we started off with internal rotation on a sleeper stretch, then we went to external rotation. Now we're going to really work on everything that's down here, all our lats, anything that's underneath here around the auxiliary area. So we're going to get onto the box and we're going to do what's called a butcher's block. Okay? So you might want to cushion or roll up your mat for this. So what you're going to be doing, so Maya, can you just show what a butcher's block is. So if you put your elbows on that side there, and then if you get yourself set up as well, please, yeah, you can use the same box. You can use Maya's box if you want. Cool. So what you can see is Maya's in a kneeling position. You might want to, if you need to kneel on anything, just kneel on anything. Okay, and she's got her elbows on a little bit further on here. Okay, and what she's going to try and do is she's going to now bring her hands up into this position here, so she can bring her elbows on a little bit further. And now what she's going to do is kind of go back and try and get down into that position. She's going to really drive down. Can you feel that stretch now? Okay, so now she's dropping through there. So when they drop through there like that, I'm going to get her to let her hands go and try and keep that position. So Maya's struggling, so you can do this as well. So I want her now to really pull the bar apart, okay? So let's see what Holly's like. Okay, so she's getting through, she's opening up the chest, she's feeling that stretch. You feeling that stretch, Holly? Yeah. And then we're going to hold that for 1 minute. Okay, so I've got the time on there. Now, do you want to try and really get that head through? So you can see Maya's quite flexible, so she is. And Holly is a CrossFitter, so this is really important when you're a CrossFitter as well. Like, so really trying to open out the lats here, so drive down a bit more. Can you feel that, Holly? Yeah. Excellent. How are you? Are you feeling it, Maya? Yeah. Okay. That's 20 seconds gone. So we're going to hold this stretch for a minute. I'm just going to check that we're still recording here. And I think we're still recording. So it's a new camera. We're using an S5 Lumix Panasonic, and it's our first day trying to work at and so on and so forth. So hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully the visual is good as well. So I hope you appreciate that. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Right. Now, so it's a tough 30 minutes. And we're going to do our last another mobility exercise, not our last mobility exercise, in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, superb. So now the girls are going to get their foam rollers, and we're going to do some thoracic extensions. So we'll move the box out of the way. They're going to be on the floor there, and hopefully you'll be able to see them. And what they're going to do is lying down. So if I get you facing that way, perfect. Excellent. And the foam roller is going to be under their thoracic spine, so not on their lumbar spine, not on the lower spine. It's going to be in the middle of their back, okay? And what they're going to do, hands across their chest, and they're going to do 5 arches, so back arches. And they've got their hands over their chest at this moment. So there's another 2 to do, I think. And then when they've done 5 like that, then what they're going to do is they're going to put their thumbs underneath their jaws and their hands on the side. And now they're going to go a bit further back. Can you feel that extra stretch? So we're going to do 5 of these. Excellent. Okay. Doing really well, guys. 12 minutes gone in the class. The class is absolutely flying, so we need to keep moving as quick as we can. Right, next what we're going to do is have a small weight, okay, and we're going to do external rotation strength. So I'm going to be sat down on my box, and I'm going to be in a stride stance position, so apologies for the position here. And I'm going to rest my elbow on the inside of my knee, and I'm going to see, can I do this for 1 minute? I do it for 1 minute on this side. Now, you might use a 1 kg, you might use a 2 kg, you might have to use no weight at all, but this is a really important exercise. So we'll do 60 seconds on each side. So I've got the time going on this. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So we want to get all the way down to the bottom, all the way up. And then if you think the weight is a little bit too light, you can use a 2 kg. So Holly's going to use a 2 kg here. If the weight is too heavy and you're using a 1 kg, just drop it down to your body weight, you know, and then you can see that we want to be really going through that whole range of movement, trying to get into that external rotation. So we are 30 seconds in here, and I can tell you that this is a tough exercise when you're doing it for 60 seconds on each side. So we're doing really well at the moment. So I'm just looking through what we're doing on the next one of this. We're going to front plank after this. Okay, 15 seconds. How's that feeling, girls?
It's the best out of them
Best out of the one. Well, I'll take that because that means it's a tough class, so I'm okay with that. She doesn't know what's coming yet next. That's the front plank. And the front plank, everybody thinks the front plank is easy, but the front plank is not easy. And time, and opposite side. Okay, 14 minutes to 30 minutes is rolling away on us. And go. Where you go. Excellent. Now, like I said earlier on, I would be doing this for my shoulder health, strength, conditioning, mobility 3 times a week. So that's 90 minutes a week. Frequency is way more important than intensity. So if you can do something consistently over 12 months, it's certainly better than doing it, every now and again or on an ad hoc basis. And if you wanted a minimum dose per week, I would say twice a week. I would say once a week, and you're probably going to struggle to make any changes to the shoulder. Now, we were talking about earlier on about, is there anything else we bring into this class? And there was only one other exercise that we bring into class, and we can't do it today because we're just in this environment. You got 10 more seconds left, is hanging, dead hanging, and we'll talk about that as we're going through. Okay, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so we're going to go on to an elbow plank. And we're going to do 2 minutes on an elbow plank. And they're all smiling at me now. They won't be smiling in a moment. Okay, ready, set, and go. And I'll go through the position as the girls are in that position. So you want to make sure that you're straight as a pencil. So just bum down a touch at the moment. Okay, and again, this is brilliant here for the scapulothoracic, shoulder, glenohumeral aspect. So we're really building great strength here. So I'll bring Maya down a touch more. Like that. Now 2 minutes is bloody tough, let me tell you that. So if you're managing 1 minute or 60 seconds, 60 seconds is a minute, if you're managing 30 seconds or 45 seconds, you start wherever you are. And my general rule of thumb is that you increase your plank by 5 seconds every month. So if I started off with 20 seconds, then I do that for 4 weeks, 3 times a week, and then next month then I'll go to 25 seconds. So we'll see where the girls are going to be at the moment. Do you want to know how long it's gone so far? You want to know how long it's gone? They want to know. 45 seconds, you've only 1 minute 15 to go. Yeah, so lovely. Now you'll always see that they'll bring the bum up a touch, but you want to get back into that position there. Excellent. And then, you can break like that. There's no problem at all. That's where Maya was. So then I would take Maya's time and I would tell her where she was. Okay, so we've got Holly here. She's really grinning it out at the moment. So I love that. And again, this is, fundamental exercise. I would say that this is certainly one of the best exercises, and I wouldn't be without it in my program anyway. And I've had some shoulder issues. So nearly the 2 minutes there with Holly as well, which is fantastic. Okay, from there, unfortunately, we're going into the side plank, right? And now what we're going to do the side. Now, again, if you can't do a full-on side plank, what you can do is you can be on your knees. So if Maya, will you show one where we're on the knees, and then will you show one where if you just kind of turn on an angle for me. Lovely, that's perfect. Okay, and we're going to do a minute, right? My timer is on. So you can see that this is a regression of this. This is going right into that position. You want to be as on this side as you possibly can do. Again, it's a brilliant exercise for really working that whole scapulothoracic glenohumeral region. Okay, so we're holding a minute on this side. Do you want to know how long it's gone? Yeah. There is coming up to 30 seconds. 30 seconds gone now. 30 seconds to go. Now, again, if I'm starting at 20 seconds, then, that's where I'm at. And after 4 weeks, I got to 25 seconds. But consistency is better. So don't worry where you're at the moment. Okay, last 15 seconds. You two do not break. Okay, so don't worry where you're at, because you can only compare yourself to yourself. There's no point in comparing yourself to anybody else. Okay, 5 seconds, and we're going to change. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Okay, so if you can still stay facing that way. So if you're, perfect. Okay, and getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, and go. So at 19:30 we change. So again, we're on that minute, or working towards a minute. So my general standards are 4 minutes working towards on the front plank and 2 minutes on the side plank. And when you get to 4 minutes on the front plank, what you do is you put a bag in your back. And then you work back towards the 4 minutes with an extra weight. And when you get to the 2 minutes on the side plank, well then what you can do is you can add a weight into that position there. Now I won't be mean. Okay, that's not nice, is it? That's not nice. Well, what's coming up next is not nice anyway. So let's you know what I mean. If I was you, I would have been happy with that. Okay, coming up to 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, so now we're going to move on to, guys, we're going to move on to our shoulder matrix. Okay, so we're going to have little weights. So Holly, if you take the 2s, and Maya, if you take the 1s. Okay, and I'll get some 1s as well. I'm not going. So I am relying on the 2 girls to count to 50 until I tell them not to count to 50. Okay, so the first exercise is going to be 50 punches. Okay, so I'm going to talk while the girls are doing the exercise. Okay, so away we go, 50 punches. So again, it's just kind of just getting into that rhythm, and all we're doing here is looking at not going out too far. Okay, so we don't want to go out too far. And you know, you might do this without a weight, so I'm doing it without a weight and I'm still getting a little bit of a stimulus. But if it's not enough, then I can move up. So as we're going along, we're going to move up. Are you 2 are counting, yeah? 50. Fantastic. You weren't counting, were you? She was off on a jolly. She was off on a jolly. Oh yeah, she was off on a jolly. So the next one is lateral raises. Now we want to be in the anatomical position, so we want to make the most amount of space up here. So we want our palms facing forwards, and we want a small arc. Okay, we don't want to be all the way up here for the moment. Okay, we just want this tiny arc. We're counting for 50. Holly's counting for 50 at the moment. So we are going to now work the aerobic respiration or the endurance capacity in all the different movements that the shoulder that moves in, to build its resilience to future injury, or to help it repair, to build its mobility, so that we have got it, because you use your shoulder everywhere. So they're going, now we're doing 300 reps here today, so there's a lot of repetitions. So we've done our first 50, which were punches. We're now doing our second 50, which are lateral raises. And as you get stronger, you just increase the intensity. So you go from 2 kg to 3 kg. Okay, so the next exercise is bicep curls. So we're going to go for 50. Away we go. I'm going alternate, and I'm not going all the way down. It's just a small one at this. Now, another thing as well is that if you want to change weights through the actual routine, so you might go, well, I'm going to pick up a 4 kg for my bicep curls because I don't feel it with a 2 kg. You can do that, and then you can go back to 2 kg for the next exercise. So now we're on 150 reps. So we did our punches, we did our lat raises, and now we've done our bicep curls. So now we're going to work the anterior aspect of the shoulder, the anterior deltoid, and we're going to go 50 raises. We're going to rest the weights on the front of our thighs, and we're going to keep our elbows nice and straight. So if you turn to the side for me, like that. Cool. So straighten that elbow a little bit more, and we're doing 50, so that's 25 on each side, which gets us to 200 repetitions. So we're almost there. Now we want to work all angles of the shoulder, and we want to get that good rounded mobility and strength. And time is bloody running out, so it is. Okay, how are we getting on with our, where are we at? Okay, fantastic. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a bent over reverse fly, and we're doing 50 as well, okay? So the girls are squeezing their shoulder blades as much as they can when they get back up there. The elbows are slightly bent, so you don't want the straight elbow. And we want to be fairly at this, so we want to be a little bit quicker. Now Maya's not going to get the 50 done, that's okay, right? We're going on Holly's count here. And again, this might be an exercise that you've got to drop the weight with. Now, it is really important that you do all these exercises in a pain-free manner. We do not want any pain in any of these exercises. Hard work is different to pain. Hard work is not pain, right? There's a difference there. You know yourself what pain is, and you know what hard work is. So I'm trusting you to make that distinction, but you should not be in pain during any of these exercises. Now, the really important part is that they're bent over there. So if you're doing a reverse raise like here, then that's not it. You want to be bent over in that position. How are we getting on? Nearly there. Okay, so then we're going to go into a stride stance position. Our elbows are going to be facing forwards, and we're going to do a little anterior raise. We're going to do an overhead press. Yeah, palms facing each other, and we're just going to do 20. And again, if I'm sore up here, don't go so far up. If I've got pain doing it, take the weight away. If this is my pain-free range, then I'm going to work in here, and over the months, now it's 20 of these, okay? And over the months, I'm going to increase the intensity and my range. Now, what we're doing is we're doing now step backs for 20 with a little catch with the weight. So just make sure that you're okay with regards to you're safe, okay? And away we go. So 20 of these. So step back and then alternate step back. And then you just raise the weight as you go. If you've got any pain in your hip, in your knee, then don't step back as far. Just step back a little bit. If you're having issues and putting your weights over the head, don't put them over the head. Just get them to there. Just find a way to do this in a pain-free range. So we're doing 20 of these. Now we are struggling on time here, so we are going to have to hurry it up, girls. Okay, 10 on each side. Okay, so then we're going to do close the curtains, open the curtains, so otherwise known as an Arnold press, and we're going to do 10 of these. So palms facing you on the way down, palms facing away on the way up, and we do 10 of these, so we get that nice rotation through the scapula. And then when we've done 10 of those, we're going to go into lawnmowers, and we're going to do 10 lawnmowers on each side. So you drop one weight, fantastic, and away we go. So opposite to there. So, and then you follow the weight with your eyes. Up we go, fantastic. So we do 10 on each side. So the girls are doing fantastic here, because this is pretty tough. Now, after this, we're going to go into, holy moly, we've got so much to do, it's crazy. And then opposite side, and up we go. Excellent. Okay, how are we getting on?
6.
Lovely. So after that, what we're going to do is we're going to be on a step or on a box like we've got here, okay, and it's going to be an unsupported head hold. So what I'm going to do is I've got my chin to my chest and I'm just doing a little nod, and I'm going to do 50 nods like that, okay? So away we go, girls. So this could be at the end of your stairs, this can be anywhere you want. We might be a bit far away, and then you want to bring your chin to your chest. So you don't want to go into extension, so you want to make sure that you're not in extension. Extension is going back like that. We do not want that. So that's good, Holly. Too much extension, Maya. Don't drop the door. So come further, come further. Bring your legs up onto there. Good. Chin down, and now you go into flexion. Good, and then you go to there. Okay, so we're doing 50 of these, okay? 50 chin nods. We're going to go on your number. Holly, where are you at? Okay, fantastic. Okay, we're flying through this because we have to fly through this. Maya has a patient at 3 o'clock as well, so we have to be ready for that as well. Okay. After that, the girls are going to get their resistance band, so you keep going, keep doing your chin nods. You'll feel your neck really working hard, and then we're going to be picking up a resistance band next. What number are we at? Fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to do resistance band pull aparts, and we're going to do 30 of these, okay? So the thickness of the resistance band, so the girls can do it straight away. So you want to bring it, you're bringing the resistance band back to your chest, you're squeezing your shoulder blades. So if you stand to the side, if you turn sideways, good. You can see that the elbows are straight, and when they bring it back to here, they're really squeezing the shoulder blades. Maya's using a red resistance band. It's a little less thicker, so there's less resistance, so it's a little bit easier. Holly's using a green one. We're doing 30 of these, and to increase the intensity, you could catch both straps, or you could get a thicker band. How are we getting on, girls? Let's go. 29, 30. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to go onto the floor, and we're going to do our YTWs and extensions. So they're going to be lying on the floor, one sideways, yeah, one in front. So just come in a bit for me, Maya. Excellent, that'll do. Okay, now I'm going to get you to use the 1 kg weights, and Maya's going to do them without. So we're going to look like a Y, so arms out in front, and we're going to do 20 raises, okay? So head on the floor and 20 raises, away we go. Right, and that's a good decision. Okay, so you can see where the intensity is. The intensity is when you can improve by increasing the weight. Okay, so we're just doing 20 here at the moment. Now you can see that Holly is raising her chest, and I don't really want her to raise her chest. I want to, yeah, and I don't want any of them to do that. So I want that to be just from the shoulders. So it makes it a lot harder, doesn't it? Yeah. Now we're going to go to a T. Okay, so we're going to go right low, we're going to go right low, and now we're going to be going back like that for 20, okay? Ready? Away we go. 1. This is harder than it looks, okay? I know because I did it earlier on today. So we did our Y, now we're doing our T's, we're bringing our shoulders back, and then we're going to do a W, okay? So when the girls have done 20, they're going to do W. So now they're going to bend their elbows to 90 degrees. Okay, and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back together, Holly. So you're going to come back like that. Yeah? Okay, good. And we're doing 20 of those. So it's squeezing them down, really getting all those back muscles working, and those with that posterior shoulder muscles working as much as you can. When we've done 20 of those, now we're going to put our hands on the side of our head, and now we're going to do back extensions. Okay, we're going to do 20 back extensions. Good. And this is very, very tough. So you might not be at the 20 at the moment. You might be working towards 20. And again, when you get to 20, you can also put weights at the side of your hands, and you can go from there. You can see that Maya's got really good thoracic mobility, and Holly's got a little bit to work on. Okay, and from there, what we're going to do are Mackenzies. So we're just going to up like that, keep the hips on the ground. We're going to do 10 Mackenzies. Okay, fantastic. Right. After that, we're going to get a kettlebell. We're going to need a kettlebell, and we're going to be doing a kettlebell hold. Okay. And we're going to be doing that for a minute. Okay, so grab your kettlebell. And we're going to do 30-second holds at the moment, okay? Now, we can build this up as we go along. Right, are you ready? Yeah. So what we're going to do is what's called a suitcase hold, and away we go. So now, and if I get you to turn to the side, perfect. I want the shoulder blade really pushed in like that, and you're just holding this for 30 seconds, okay? Now, over time, you can build this up to a minute to a minute and a half. You can also increase the weight of the kettlebell. We are at 20 seconds, 10 more seconds, and then we change sides. So you want to really kind of pop this in here. 3, 2, 1. Change sides, and we're going to go 30 seconds on the other side. Ready, set, and go. Excellent. Now, when you grip it and you really squeeze it, you want to crush the kettlebell. This distal application gives you proximal stability. So it's a brilliant exercise for improving your shoulder strength, especially if you're struggling with moving the shoulder at the moment. Okay. Keep it going. Last 3, 2, 1, and excellent. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab an awkward weight. So you can see here, I've got a 4 kg weight, and I'm going to grab it like that. Okay, and I'm going to see, can I hold that for 30 seconds? Right, are we ready? Now this might be very difficult. Ready, set, and go. So it's a difficult one, this one, and again, you want to really be squeezing it here. Maya's struggling at the moment with that. So I've got another little weight for Maya, and because it's just maybe a little bit too awkward. So you find something that's awkward, right? And then you can see that we're there like that. 3, 2, 1, change sides. So now we're getting this grip strength. And if you look at the research, ready, and go. If you look at the research, grip strength as a biomarker is hugely correlated with quality of life, health span, the reduction of diabetes, dementia, cancers, all-cause morbidity and mortality. So working on your grip strength is probably a very, very wise thing to do. And also working on your grip strength is excellent when it comes to shoulder issues. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to go back to our kettlebell, and this time we're going to have a kettlebell, and we're going to look at control. So we're going to put the kettlebell upside down, and we're going to work on raising the kettlebell over the head and back down, and we're going to do 8 on each side. So, Very difficult exercise here. 8 on each side. If the weight's too heavy, then go down a weight. If you haven't got a kettlebell that you can do upside down, maybe get something that's a little bit awkward to hold. And we're doing 8 on each side, so we're getting really good scapular control. If you're having issues at the top, just do a little bit of a range and then work through that as we go along. So 8 on each side. You all right? Oh, we had a faller. Maya's taking over. Oh my God, here we go. The lefty is giving up on us. Okay, fantastic. Right, now we're going to go into doing our plank drag throughs. Okay, 2 exercises left, guys. Maya is going to be doing a plank drag through with a power bag because we've got one here, and Holly's going to be doing it with her kettlebell. So we're just in a plank position, but this time we're at the top of the plank, okay, with elbows straight, okay? And then what we're going to do, maintain that plank position, and we're going to do 12 of these. So we're going to drag it from one side all the way to the other side. I'll take that for you. And we're doing 6 on each side, okay? Now this is called an anti-rotation or a spinal stiffness exercise. So we want very little movement here, and now you can see that Maya's all over the shop. She's everywhere. She's gone all the way to Africa, then she goes out to America, and then she comes back in around again. I'm not sure what she's doing at the moment, but that's not how we do it. Jesus, Mary and Joseph anyway, huh? And little donkey. So you want a little bit more spinal control than just dragging it and throwing it everywhere like that. Right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our glute bands, ladies. So if you stand up. Now, normally if you do this against the wall, it's a lot easier. So you can imagine that I've got Maya's glute band on now, right? And Maya's the wall, and I'm beside the wall, and I'm rubbing my arms up and down the wall. I'm not rubbing my arms up and down Maya, right? But up and down the wall. I'm sure you all know what I mean by that. So you want to pull the band apart as far as you can. So squeeze your scapula together and then control, just a little range, up and down. And we're doing 12 of these. Fantastic. We are nearly there. We have one exercise to do after this, and we're going to go back to our foam pad, and we're going to do some foam rolling and around the axilla. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be lovely. I'm joking. Okay, so we want 12 of those, so really pull it out, and then just a little range. You'll really feel this is a tough exercise. Keep the elbows nice and bent. If you can turn to the side so they can see you from the side. Keep nice and bent and up and down, just like that. Painful range. Okay. Fantastic. So ladies, if you get your foam rollers, okay, and you're going to be foam rolling in around the axilla, and Holly knows exactly what's going on here. So if you bring the top leg out in front like this, then that'll give you a bit of like a little bit of purchase, if you know what I mean. Like, so if you're like that, then you can really kind of like get yourself going up and down. That's the one. And when you find that tight spot, stay on it. Stick on the tight spot. That's the spot that you want to be at, you know. That's the spot that we want to just be rolling out. Now we would do anywhere from up to 2 minutes on each side. You can do this as in your own time. And then when you found that spot, you really get into it. And then we change to the opposite side. So the foam roller will go into that area here. And that is where we will be foam rolling. Now, I hope you enjoyed this class for shoulder health. We've been trying to fly through this as quick as we possibly can. But if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a shout. And like I say, I hope you enjoyed the class. Take care. See you later.